Hello, everybody. Welcome to Where Civilizations Start Over, Fractured World. Um, I hope you like the little, starting whole clip montage thing. Well, not really clip, but I wanted to set up, the starting areas of civilization before I started commentating. So there's quite a few, and I have start the state layer. So yeah, let's continue. So this will be our first civilization, of course. It's first one that popped up. It's gonna be able to make a major settlement here. I think we're gonna do something a little different and do small yellow dots for towns and cities as medium circles, and the capital will be on another layer, be much bigger. So this is capital layer, this is town and city layer. Every not really town, but more so village, but you get what I mean. Every little civilization will be given a town and capital. We should have done that with it. And when I did the states, thinking about it. There we go. And there we go. Wait, I forgot you for both. So anyway, we're gonna stick with now the world map. Well, the world has had all of its water levels risen up significantly, so that's why the geography looks so weird. I thought it would make for a great little twist on this series. Go. Alright, let's go back here. Let's deal with events. So, we're gonna have these two teams mainly expanding here. We're gonna have the blue team expand all the way here. No, there we go. And also have the red team expand a little more. We're gonna make it look a little organic, but their goal is to try go more this way, and the blue team wants to go that way apparently. So yeah, so this is what the red team's gonna be doing. They're actually gonna expand quite a bit here in France, and so will these civilizations. And yeah, we're gonna have this one expand quite a bit. This one's gonna be expanding. And like that. And then this. More and more countries will be expanding. Well, more so civilizations, but you know what I mean. And the blue and red team are starting to like meet up here. And like I said, the red team wants to go down here. The blue team wants to go this way. But the blue team also kind of wants to like have a little bit of this area. I think their ambitions would probably be something like this. Like, they don't know like how much of this actually exists in reality. The world's like kind of unknown still, but I'm not doing that because I kind of don't really like how it looks. So, since the blue team wants like all of this area, that's for red team, because they kind of want all of this like area, like I said. And so they're gonna have like a little bit of a race or like competition going on here, and tensions will actually start to form against these two between each other, and we're gonna see it actually result in a fierce war when the blue team invades the red team. Now this is just mainly spears and clubs, probably like some early swords. So yeah, now the red team is getting invaded, but the red team is pretty strong, so they'll push back. But something will happen in their capital, because the people here kind of don't really agree with their government. I'm not with government, with expand down here. They don't want to fight these people. They like being up here. They don't really care about down here. But the government does. But yeah, it's not gonna go well. This is more realistically how it looks. But yeah, the people like take over this area, and this blue team will be doing that. And yeah, it's not gonna go well. So that's our first war already. So let's look at the treaty. And this is what we're gonna have the division of this area look like. The red team is not getting that wrong side. Red team's gonna have this. still. And the blue team's gonna get this. Clean this up. And the purple team will be formed right here. Not that color, not that color here. How about instead of purple? Yeah. Also gonna choose color of this red country now. And this one looks so nicer now. And this one I kind of want that shade. But I also am gonna give them the capital area. Now, when this peace trio was made, they made like provinces for everything. This is like the first like splitting up of the country. And we're gonna need some major towns. Realistically, this is kind of what might look like now, or in like a few years' time. And the capital will be right here. So yeah, first war, and it resulted in a civil war. So that's pretty good already. Now, meanwhile, while these countries were fighting, the other countries around the world have expanded. The countries in Iberia have expanded like so. The purple team expand here, the lime team here, and this dark gray team expand here. This country will be expanding quite a bit in comparison to the rest of the countries, because they'll expand throughout this coastline, and they'll be like mainly sticking to the water, because they found out like a lot of food like grows around here, and that's actually helpful for them. Oh wait, I never gave this guy a town. We'll have to fix it. But this civilization expands like this, and we'll do town. We'll do 1, 2. Go to the capital, and then this nation will expand up to here, like through the Korean Peninsula. The Indian country will be expanding like this, and they need towns and a capital. that was on the wrong layer. Uh-oh. Everything is awful. Ruined it now. No, maybe we should make these a little bit bigger. 1 second. Alright, I made the city icons a little bigger. I decided just simplify it, and everything's gonna be cities or capital. So yeah, what is going on? But yeah, I also expand some more of the countries, but we're gonna actually have a agreement happening between these three. That is working together in one to send a group down to scout out this area and work on a deal to split this whole area. And they're gonna actually be able successfully, peacefully do this. So here's what's gonna look like. So I realized an error. I said these, I meant these two. So this is what's gonna happen. The red team's gonna get this. Blue team's gonna get this. Now, there's gonna be a small offshoot of people that don't want anything to do with either of the sides. So they will be branching out on their own, and they will be a small group from the skeleton group that these two countries sent, and they will be forming their own little nation down here. In the end, it's gonna look a little bit like this. Like, not like right away, but like over time, it'll look like this. And I don't know if I like that color. Yeah, put orange right here. Actually, there's quite a bit of hot colors here, so maybe yeah, that works. And over time, this is gonna be how this area is like settled. So that's what like the French area is looking like. I am like trying to do like the starting era a little bit faster to get to like the more interesting parts. Now we will have this green team during like all this. They will make their way up here at the same time, and they will respect these two and stop at their borders, and we'll eventually have all of this with a similar event happening down here as to what happened up here, with a new like group that is like combined with these two, making like their own little civilization. But they will at least make some agreements with these two. And those agreements will actually help create some more provinces down here as well. So let's look at that. And this is what the states will look like down here. And what the agreement between all these three are. They're gonna split this area like this. And this place might seem like it's stuck, but there's another thing that they did get, and that is they do have like some claim to this area, so like they can travel through it or explore through it. They just didn't want to be like blocked off. So this is kind of what realistically look like. And actually, instead, let's do this. Yeah, do gray. This will be like considered like a buffer zone for these three, so they can all explore this area. They want to work together, so that's pretty good. Now let's like determine what type of like government this world has. It's all like gonna be the same kind, and that will be represented by not that color. Yeah, that color. So every single country in the world will have this icon right now, because they are all tribes, or not tribes. Yeah, we'll just call it tribes or communities. There's no like federal or like head person. Yeah. And let's just make sure we right. So these like three, like I said, are gonna be working together, like fill up this area. And part of the agreement is they will not like claim majority of this for themselves, but allow their people to set up their own like countries if they desire. So that's what's gonna start happening from here. And they're gonna mainly come from this area. And they're gonna expand to look like this. And they will, of course, be a tribe. And they're gonna do a little bit of an oopsie though. They're gonna start like thinking, yeah, we kind of want some of this too. So they're gonna start attacking the other tribes in this area. This will lead to not our first like alliance, but our first coalition basically. And since it is a coalition, not alliance, they're gonna be represented with a white icon, but these three are gonna be like, yeah, we tried that this happened and you already ruined it for everybody. They tried to do it like peacefully and let their people have their own ability to determine their future, and they ruined it. That's, oh no, what am I doing wrong? Everything. Yeah, so they will be fighting each other, and this country is gonna not necessarily take over that area, but yeah, this is basically how it looks. And now there's gonna be a new agreement made. Basically, it's gonna look a little bit like this. They tried to let their people have their own way, and then they attacked like the center part. Like this part was supposed to remain neutral, and yeah, it got ruined. So yep, the people ruined it for everybody. And these guys meanwhile, we're continuing to expand as well. And this team did expand too over here over time. And yeah. So that's what this area of world's looking like. Let's go to the Americas, which sees this pink team expand more. But they will eventually, after expanding quite a bit, they will have like a sort of like peaceful split between each other. And it's gonna mainly happen around here. So we're gonna have this group split off from the rest of them and make their own group. Sorry about me moving the canvas that much. I just want to make sure I was using different color. And yeah, so these two are now separated and working together to expand throughout America. And this Yucatan, or the Aztecs, yeah, we'll call them Aztecs, will expand as well, mainly sticking to the coast. And they will eventually they consolidate all of this. So that's looking pretty good for them. And It's actually looking pretty good for humanity in general. But then we have more civilizations popping up throughout here, and it's gonna be around this, like, new coast, the coast of Brazil, I think we'll call it. And it's actually quite a few civilizations popping up. So we got have a group popping up here. Another one here. One over here. One right here. And the final one will be right up here. And that's going to be how South America's civilization begins. Well, not just here, there's going to be two more. One down here. And one right here. So, yeah. They're mainly, like, starting by, like, the coast. Which is a little bit on purpose. But yeah, the science team's gonna continue to expand. There's actually gonna be a split happening here. Well, not a split, just another group breaking off and forming an area right here. Similar events here. Not that color though. We've been using more of that one. We'll do this. Yeah, that color looks nice. So we'll do this area and that. And up here, we're actually gonna have a civilization actually pop up right here. So yeah, that's gonna conclude it for the first episode of WICSO Fractured World. And I will see you guys next time.